building has started, as you guys saw in the mini video, and gosh, he is forever faithful. So guys, this is episode 4 of Project 80 Squares. I'm building a 2-bedroom cottage in Zimbabwe. Now guys, disclaimer, I do say I a lot, but it really is my partner and I. But I just say I because I'm the one doing the content, you know. So let's move on. Okay, so guys, in today's episode we are talking about we've got notes, that's why I'm referring to it, setting out and excavation. That's where we're at. It has started, and there's no going back, and it's now real. So I do want to say, guys, yes, there is a cost attached to setting out. What is setting out? Setting out means the builder comes through and they sketch out your plan onto the ground. But had I known that that is possible, that is what is done, I would have paid them to do that sketch out for me, walked in it, felt the floor of the rooms, got an idea of the sizings of the rooms. I did do it using but I feel like it's different when you really walk in, you're like, this is too big, this is too, because I'll be honest, I've got an idea of what this house is supposed to look like in my head, but I think it would be great for me to see it. Is it in 2D, in 3D? So yeah. Anyway, it did cost me $150 to get this done. That is the setting out. I'm not sure if the price is fair or what, but I think they did a good job because the inspector from the council did come. It was a first inspection. Yes, first inspection. And yes, guys, we passed inspection, and how long does it take? I'm thinking sketching out can take them like hours even. So let's just say that's 1 day's work, and the inspector needs to come through. Although want them maybe ideally to come and to see that that very day or the next day, in case something happens, because as you guys can see, it really is just a drawing on the ground. That is what they did. Now, so when that passed, we moved on to the second stage, which was excavations. They have to dig out that sketch so that the footing foundation can start. And yes, guys, that did cost money as well. That was $250. Is that fair? I don't know, but I think it might even have undercharged me because it's 80 square meters, and I don't know, 80 squares is not a lot because that's cottage size. But I'll be honest, guys, I live in a 45 square meter apartment right now, and that apartment is big for me. So it's like, I can just imagine digging around twice this. Like, for me, maybe I'm just lazy. It feels big, feels like a big job. Also, they were using picks and shovels, manual labor right there. It was not big enough. It won't be profitable for anybody for us to use machinery. Plus, I'm also building in a small town. That's how they do it. Yeah, guys, I don't know. So I'm saying $250 does seem like a little bit like, they could have, but yeah, it is what it is. However, guys, we do need to go back with the mind of episode 3. Remember, labor, we were quoted on our BOQ to be $1,500 to build this whole thing. Do you notice that we've already used $400 in a sketch and digging out? We haven't even really done the foundation, we haven't done the walls, but we've already spent $400, which makes me think that our BOQ is not going to be 13,500, guys. Like, when all is said and done, it's going to be more, because we've already, from our $1,500 budget, we've already spent $400. It's just something I'm thinking about at the back of my head, because I'm rounding off to remember when people are asking me like, hey Len, do you have a budget? And my answer was no, I do not have a budget, because everything needs to be done. So just go with the punches, go with the flow. How much is required, just give them within reason, right? That is why you need a good project manager. So yeah, guys, that's where we are at, setting out as well as the excavations. Now I do want to pivot a little bit and talk about vegetation. So it's a bit of a sad and good story, right? But we do have an episode of vegetation. Maybe that will be episode 5. I'm not sure. I'll check. But on our land, guys, the unfortunate part is we don't have a lot of trees. I would have loved a lush plot of land with lots of indigenous trees that are native to the land. We do have some, but not a lot, because that land was vacant for a minute, and people did what they did best. They came and cut down our trees and sold it and used it for their own things. I don't know, guys, but basically we were robbed of our of our trees. And so with that said, it's said on that part. However, good part is we don't really have to spend so much money getting a lot of this, because I'm kind of sitting about it. We don't have to spend a lot of money clearing the land, so that's the good thing. But I would have wanted to have a choice, to say, hey, let us remove this tree, let's do it, but we're not given that opportunity. However, my dad is very environmental. He's the project manager, so he selected a spot to build that already did not have a lot of trees, to conserve the few trees that are left on the property. However, there is an however always, guys. We still have the tree stumps. That is a cost and something that will be done in the next episode. But for now, yes, guys, the inspector is already come and we've passed the digging stage. They loved it, and yay. Now also I'm going to address one last thing that I've common question. Food, right? Are we giving the builders food? Are we feeding them? No, we are not, because there's no one to cook. Maybe if they've been working and I'm already living there and they're doing work, maybe I would have cooked. But right now there's no one on the site. It really is a construction site with no one but them to be doing all the work. So yeah, they're kind of forced to do on their own thing. So within their pricing that they give us, they are supposed to factor in food, and they sort themselves out. Now, guys, a little note that I got from the numerous groups of building that I told you. I mean, Kuvaka ku Zimbabwe, building our homes, all of that. It's discouraged to give them food, although it sounds like a great idea. Don't give them food. Rather, ask them to tell you, like, hey, how much is food? And they'll tell you, like, hey, we need $50, we need $100, whatever it is, and you guys negotiate. Because if you give them food, they also delay in finishing because they're guaranteed a meal. Everybody's hustling, guys. A hustler will always hustle. So that is also something. And extra work for you unnecessarily. Most of these guys can cook and they always make plans there. So as long as you guys come to an understanding, you give them the money they need, they can purchase food. If you want to buy them food here and there, do whatever, I'm sure you can. But that is what we are doing. They have to fend for themselves, and I think it works out well. So anyway, guys, that is exciting. In conclusion, yes, building has officially started, and I am happy, guys. All right, let me know if you guys want me to continue this series. If also you want to know other things or anything you guys want to know, I'll also be adding other vlogs in the middle of other things that I think I'll be doing in my life, just to keep this channel exciting and moving on, because I don't think I'll be able to stick to 2 videos a week, right? If I'm just posting building content, it's not realistic, I think. But anyway, remember, you are amazing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Until next time.